Hi, this message is for Terrence K. Williams, on whom I have on Twitter as W_Terrence. Kyle Trager Deauna here, reporting to you live on the East Coast. This is me with the full mullet and headphones. I'm wearing headphones right now so I can hear what you got to say about Biden. I wanted to introduce myself to you, Mr. Williams, as Kyle Trager Deauna, 32 years old, male, single male, not married, no kids, has autism, likes to be a drawing artist. Right now, my project is Richard Karn from Home Improvement. You may have seen him before as Al Borland, and also the late Bruce Lee. So Richard Karn and Bruce Lee are those two guys I'm working on. I just came here on this special last day of August to speak venomously against Joe Biden. So these are my words that I put on my notes. So this is my words. It doesn't matter if I self-plagiarize myself. Usually when I'm presenting on video, I always have a Richard Karn like goatee. You always have the circle, not like yours, Mr. Williams. You always have the mustache and a disconnect, and always that disconnection between the mustache and beard. Then you have that puffiness goatee. My style is different from yours, and yet I still respect you. So on Saturday, which was the 28th, I had to shave my entire Richard Karn, aka Al Borland goatee. Thanks to Joe Biden's dumb fuckery. Bitch ass white nigga dumb fuckery is what I want to say. You know, I had to shave everything except the mutton chops. I'm leaving the mutton chops behind because the mutton chops are really hard to grow out. I left these mutton chops alone. My entire hair, I had to shave here, I had to shave here, and I hate shaving the mustache area because this is where I bleed the most. I have lots to say. I have lots of venomous bullshit I'm gonna say against Joe Biden. And to me, I don't give a bitch ass nigga dumb fuckery, white nigga dumb fuckery. If Twitter will put me down for this. At the beginning of this year, 2021, I had foreseen with my own eyes how Biden will mess things up. 9 months later, Biden's already messed everything up. I also, deep down inside, have a feeling Biden will mess up the 20th anniversary of 9/11, which is 2 Saturdays from now. He and his puppet, Vice President Kamala Harris. People say she's the first woman to be VP. I don't goddamn care. I don't goddamn care if she's the first VP woman, vice president. If she's messing up like Biden is, I can't respect her. In addition to 9/11, Biden will mess up Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas. I hope to God, the Father, the Almighty in heaven, that this will never happen to me. There's a chance I could be arrested because of Biden by the police. For example, and I wrote this on my notes, a lowlife schmuck, a German white male, racist, wants to start a fight with me in the city of Boston, tries to act like a real George Clooney, and I tell him I want to go home, and he will keep attacking me physically. And I've seen this guy before. I won't mention his name. I'll mention his name next time. And if the Boston police were to see me get in a fight with this guy, they would arrest me first. And I'm afraid that they might arrest me the same way the Minnesota police arrested George Floyd. And I'm trying my best, since I don't have any kids or any spouse to be with. I'm trying my best to survive for my family. Another thing, Mr. Williams, that I wanted to mention before I end up here, that I did not mention earlier, even a distant girl cousin in my family will turn against me as an enemy because of Biden. I have a distant girl cousin who lives in the East Coast. I won't mention her name. I'll keep her name for next time. She refused to talk to me since 2020, and I'm trying my best to contact her right now. If Trump were president, he would help me get in touch with this distant cousin. Now, under Biden as the notoriously and outrageously worst president of all time, I can end up having this distant girl cousin in my family as an enemy. And that's what I'm afraid of. Most of my friends and loved ones, whom I cherish through the years, will become an enemy. Under Biden, my Yorkie poodle named Jasper recently died on August 16th, 2021. Biden don't give a shit. Biden only gives a shit about the people he likes. I saw through his character when he picked a fight with a civilian, Jerry Wayne of Detroit, Michigan. Jerry Wayne, Terrence, Mr. Williams, if you know Jerry Wayne, he's the guy with the Amish looking beard and the overalls and this weird looking haircut. I respect Jerry Wayne of Detroit, Michigan. After what happened with him and Biden, I watched the video several times. I was so shocked that a former vice president will pick a fight with an American civilian, wanting to have a discussion with him about the situation with gun control. I was so shocked. So, Mr. Williams, I hope to God that you will have a absolutely good day. I don't usually like to speak on video without any facial hair on my face, because when I have no facial hair, I will end up looking like freaking George Clooney. And you know very well, just like you hate on Biden, I have my own personal hate with George Clooney. I didn't mention this on my notes. I'll mention this to you right now, before this is too late. I had a terrible nightmare in 2019 when George Clooney, the lowlife schmuck, sees me in person and wants to get physically violent with me. So he decides to grab my right hand and break it. And knowing that he has the white privilege of having a good grip, he could break my hand in seconds. And I will be disabled physically for the rest of my life thanks to him. So that nightmare that I had with George Clooney in 2019 was a forewarning about Biden. Mr. Williams, I know people call you Terrence. I had a teacher from high school named Arthur Williams. He was the first black man teacher I've ever had. He was the nicest black man. I don't see so many black men in New England, in my city of Boston, in the East Coast. This is where I'm from, the city of Boston. Act so nice. A percentage of them act mean, sarcastic. Percentage of them look at me as white. This is why I don't like wearing clean shaven on my face. I pray to God under Biden that I do not get to any fights with any black men or women. I want to be at peace with them. Even if I've had enemies and adversities with different black men and women in the past, I'd still want to make peace with them, no matter what. Biden, I will never make peace with. For all the damages he's done, he's never. Going back to my teacher, Arthur Williams, he helped me to graduate from high school. First black male teacher. I dropped out of my first school and went to Mr. Williams' school instead. My first school wasn't treating me right, so I was forced to move to another school. I am so glad I did not go to high school or college under Biden. That's one thing, that's the good thing for sure. So let me rephrase myself, Mr. Terrence K. Williams. What I said earlier. Trager, do not forget. Trager Deauna, which is me, 32 years old male, with autism. I turned 33 in June. I just cannot accept 33 because of all the problems I went through at 32. Worried about if I was gonna survive at 32 or die just like Bruce Lee at 32. That's why, for God's good reason, I am keeping my age 32. I will be 30. I will acknowledge myself age 33 in October. First week of October. I'm still going to work on my Richard Karn drawings and Bruce Lee drawings. Mr. Williams, I will let you know. Our mission right now is to speak venomously against Joe Biden. Just like you did in your videos. When how many servicemen died? 16 or 20 servicemen died under his watch, and he could care less about them. And then you said, Mr. Williams, Joe, fuck you. Did you say Joe or Biden? Biden, fuck you. And I was so happy. That was the best way. That, to me, Mr. Williams, that was the best revenge you did on Joe. And that was my way of avenging. If I were to do what you did, Mr. Williams, I would have done that. I did the same thing to Joe, the so-called Prezi of the United States. I would have cussed him out head on. I would have sent my family members to the other room, which they are in right now, and cussed out Joe Biden. Don't care if Twitter puts me down. Biden, like I said, will mess up lots of holidays. He'll mess up 9/11, he'll mess up Halloween, he'll mess up Thanksgiving, he'll mess up Christmas. And I have foreseen this last year. Was it last year or this year? Last year, December 2020. Transitioning to 2021. Biden will mess things up. Let us just wait for the next 4 to 5 months how Biden will get worse. Probably by January 2022, Biden will step down. And I will pray to the Immaculate Mary of the Mother of Jesus that it will happen. This is all I have to say, Mr. Williams. Of the yawn. Excuse me for my yawning. I'm in my basement jogging. I'm trying to lose weight. When Obama was president, I gained lots of weight and I had pain in my knees and joints. Now under Biden, I'm gaining weight again. Only this time, my yoga teacher will help me lose that weight. Have a nice day, Mr. Williams. I would like to wish you a Godspeed transition to September, which is tomorrow, and God bless the United States of America. Thank you. Bye-bye. Hopefully by 9/11 or 9/18, I will grow out a full goatee again. I will grow out my facial hairs, Richard Karn style. But in the meantime, I'm going to have to bear with the clean shaven look. just to remove all the stressors that Biden's putting us through, and to remove all the stressors I have with losing my furry friend, my beloved Yorkie Poodle dog. He died, my Yorkie Poodle dog died 2 weeks ago, and 2 weeks later, I'm still suffering from his death. I can't sleep, I can't think but much better. I can still sleep, but on the contrary, my sleeping is affected. I'm always worried about dying. I'm just worried about death. If I died in front of my family members and they can't wake me up, I'm worried about euthanasia. My furry friend who had a euthanasia, he was euthanized because of his chronic illness cannot be healed. I was gonna go against euthanasia. His caretaker though was the one who made the last call. My furry friend, my Yorkie Poo dog died in Vegas. I could not be with him. My last words would be, Biden never let me see my dog, and my dog's death, my furry friend's death, is in Biden's hands. Biden has my deceased dog's death in his hands. Mr. Williams, have a nice day and God bless you.